Oh shit, that shit gonna oh! Oh, I thought that was gonna rip her right off. Okay, this is straight out of Silent Hill or something, I'm telling you. Oh my god, she's like, no amount of Summer's Eve is gonna get rid of this stench. Okay. The fact that her natural instinct is to run away in the face of what should kill her is starting to, it might be the thing that opens her up to the fact that maybe she does want to live after all. That either Miss Fox or Miss Mermaid would have jumped in to stop that. Allowing your MC who's suicidal to flinch in the face of death, a character who's begged for nothing but death this entire time, makes it so we now see she has a desire to live. Because if we remember, let's actually get on a better scene. If we remember, she said that she'll eat her when she's happiest, because that's how she'll taste good. This is an elaborate ploy to get her to want to live. I'm just trying to get you to be happy, and once you are happy, I'm a dip. I love the most pleasant song known to man, and then you just have this monstrous abomination. Hell. So, boys and girls, everyone, this show, This Monster Wants to Eat Me, has been amazing from episode 1. But after episode 8, it has dropped the most insane bombshell that has made me think it might be my favorite plot twist of the season. And it pains me greatly that not only are there still Neanderthals telling me that it is a dry and boring season because you don't have insert account with 1 million followers telling you it's hype. You therefore can't make decisions on your own. And because I know you guys ain't gonna figure this out for yourselves, I now have to convince you, because you need other people to convince you things are good. It's insanity. From episode 1 of this show, you have a suicidal girl who wants to die, obviously. Suicide, right? Of course. Water's wet, right? But here's the thing. The way the show has handled high-functioning depression has been insanity. Look it. You think, hey, this is a show, it's cute. No one wants to die when it looks this cute. But here's the thing. The most highly functioning depressed people blend into society flawlessly. And when they finally themselves, people are like, I never saw the signs. Because that's how well they blended in and masked up their depression. The thing is in this latest episode, we come face to face with a yokai. Teacher blends in. She's got a giant tongue thing coming from the back of her head. And the thing that's super interesting and the most crazy revelation about this whole episode is the fact that finally, someone who's saying, I want to die this whole time, ever since she lost her family at a insanely young age. She was just a child when everyone died, burned alive. No one else but her survived the whole incident. Axe-wielding maniac goes to strike her down and she flinches and actually pulls away. Had she not done that, she would have got her wish and she would have died. She would have been with her family as she's always wanted. It's a huge turning point for her character because it shows you that things are starting to change and cracks are starting to show that maybe she does want to live more than she realizes. And as great as all that is, that's amazing. But we learn that this woman right here, the monster who wants to eat us, whose entire reason up until the show's current point was that I will only eat you once you're happy. And the reason, and it's a reason we all believe, is that apparently the happiest and more happy she is, the better she'll taste. So her current kind of suicidal mindset makes the meat less tasty. She still seems tasty, but not as good as she can. It's like, hey, do you want to cook a steak with no seasoning, or do you want to cook a steak with seasoning and maybe a little sauce? You know, it adds more flavor. Makes sense. Turns out this woman has given her her blood. Now, not anytime recently. We haven't seen that at all. What this means is that when she was a child, despite her insane injuries, the mermaid blood saved her. Hey you, if you got this far in the video, make sure you drop a like, share your support, subscribe if you haven't been new around here on Patreon, where you can catch my full live reactions to all these episodes and more. If you also want to help fund the channel, and hey, if you do join before the end of this month, you do get entered into a 1-year membership giveaway to the Patreon. So it is a great time to join. Let's jump back into it. Because the whole thing about the show is that we started to learn more about who she is, and we see these nasty scars. Like, her whole body looks mangled beyond belief. Makes sense, burning alive, crashes, all that type of stuff. So the fact that when she was a child, only she survived the incident with her family, but this mermaid gave her her blood. And if you know anything about mermaid blood, often mermaids are kind of tied to immortality in a lot of different stories. Now, not always, it's always different per author. So that doesn't come as a surprise, but it does come as a surprise because the teacher, when confronted with the fact that she's claimed, is like, oh, if I had known that you wanted her or you've already claimed her, I would have never tried to eat her. I understand how yokai work. And it's just so crazy to me because she's so honest here, because she comes back after getting ate by Miss Mermaid in her true form. I'm thinking she's gone for good. She says, oh, we're not dead unless the whole head is, but don't worry, I'm honest. And earlier, when she got confronted by Miss Mermaid, she's like, hey, Shiori, if I would have known, I would have never tried this. And she's honoring that. She's like, I'm out this bitch. To learn that this entire time, the monster who seems so psychotic, in fact, saved our life, and now we have an answer. We now understand what has been going on this whole time. Now, for our girl, she doesn't quite know. She's very confused about this. But I'm here to say this is what's happened. I can't say for sure how the beginning worked. My assumption will be maybe the mother or father was still slightly alive, saw something in the distance, please save my daughter, and for some reason she accepted that. But as we know, in the last episode, when she asked her, hey, like, what are we? And she's like, no, we'll never be friends. We're not friends. We're not lovers. Like, we're nothing, right? Like, I'm going to eat you someday. That is our arrangement. I am a person in your life. But here's the thing, right? I truly believe she saved her for one reason or another. Maybe one of the parents was still alive when this happened. She gave her blood, and that allowed her to heal. And what we're learning in this episode is that when yokai makes like a pact or a bond, I'm not sure if it's like a ceremonial marriage-like thing or not. If so, grooming allegation is going to be insane. But I truly believe what's happening here is that someone who was given her blood in a second chance, being as suicidal and depressed as she is, this mermaid entered her life not only to protect her against other yokai, but so that it's under this whole guise of, hey, get to the happiest point of your life and then I'll kill you. For someone who doesn't want to live, that's an acceptable answer because obviously logically, you know, if you're at your happiest, you're not going to want to die anymore. So what's actually happening here, and the reason why she doesn't want to get too close to her as a friend or maybe even more, is that she plans to leave her life someday when she no longer wants to chase after the death of her family. So most likely what we're experiencing here is a way to stop her from ending her life by saying, I'll do it someday. And once she gets happy, she's going to leave her. That is actually an insane bombshell of a plot twist and completely flips the expectations and the notions we've had about this series completely on its head. It's not what you expect at all. And for a show that you think is just going to be some weird, like, little lesbian monster wants to eat you, is it eat you between the legs or actually consume you? Whew, let's make the jokes because they're fun. And I legitimately say that they're fun to make. This show has been elevated from like a 7 or 8 out of 10 to like a 9 out of 10 with this revelation. Now, there's some details I'm probably off by because I don't know the full story and where they want to go, but her wanting to keep a distance from her and not get too emotionally attached because she feels like she needs to probably separate once she's happy. This bitch never wanted to eat us to begin with. I'm convinced. Now, if they flip it again, because fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, fool me 3 times, fool me 10 times, which the show has done, where I've reversed my opinion of liking or hating her, they do it again, I'll be very disappointed. But as it stands, this is how I'm currently feeling. Craziest plot twist of the season dropped. Barely any people watch it. I don't know why, because what you give me, Swayo, it's a boring season. No, it's not. You just have very mediocre taste and only want to watch what's popular. I do watch what's popular, but I also watch like 10 other things that no one else seems to try, because they're actually really good if you dive into it and form your own opinions. Damn it. Let me know what you thought on this week's episode or how you've been feeling on This Monster Wants to Eat Me down below. Drop a like, share, support, subscribe. If you're new around here, Patreon is where you'll catch those full live reactions to all these episodes and more if you also want help on the channel as well. Hey, I also like to give video shoutouts to those wonderful patrons who make it all possible. So today we got Aliceum, Ruben Philamua, Blue Wizard, Annoying Waffle, B. Monkeef, Todd A. Goldweight, One Piece Man, Nicholas Wilhelm, and we also have Francis Mondra. So I appreciate the support. Please take care. You know, have a good one.